Guys, Deluded Gooner. Now, someone in my comments a while ago asked me my favourite player that's ever played for Arsenal, or my favourite player or something like that. I mean, I answered Thierry Henry. I mean, do I need to explain why I really answered Thierry Henry? Ian Wright was slightly before my time. Yes, I know extensively about him and stuff, but yeah, it was slightly before my time. Or I'd probably say him from the clips and stuff I've watched. I actually really like Ian Wright. Dennis Bergkamp, I mean, if you go and look at how the club were, you look at his signing, what he did for us, how he took it on, how he's basically tutored Ian Wright and Thierry Henry, and he's just a damn right good footballer. There's Dennis Bergkamp. I love Perez. I love Vieira, Kanu. Arshavin's not a legend, but I really loved Arshavin. There's a lot of Hileb, Cesc Fabregas. I know some guys will get onto me for that. There's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. Anyone from the Invincibles, Gilberto Silva, anyone. Like, there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. In recent years, I would say Arshavin, purely because at the time when he signed for us, when he signed for us, we know we were a bit prudent in regards to signing. Certain other clubs were signing other players. We were signing the lower profile players. And it was big money. What was it, 13 or 16 mil? Ain't got the information at hand, if something like that. Relatively big signing for Arsenal at the time. We went down to the wire. And from that game against Blackburn, when he scored that finish, I was in love with the guy. I do believe to a degree Wenger tried to make him something he's not, similar to Podolski. In that, I know you have to track back, but he's never been about that. He's just been about doing dirt, skilling guys, scoring. That's all he's on. And he tried to make him something he's not, and it's a shame how it worked out. But Arshavin, for me, has got to, in recent years, he's got to be there. He's got to be there. Of course, I could say Alexis Sanchez because he falls under recent years. He's been there 4 years, 3 years or something. He's done amazing. I don't need to go into the stats. I've spoken about how he's made me personally believe, how he made me overindulge in going to matches and going to a lot of matches. And he was just the first player I really saw in recent years. Of course, I said about Arshavin, but Alexis was real world class. Like, you knew he was good and real world class, but it's only when these sort of players play for your club you actually see everything. I mean, you watch Barcelona and things like that, but when you actually see them under a certain eye, week in, week out, and learn their characteristics, they're real good. They're real good players. Sol Campbell as well. I will say Sol Campbell because Sol Campbell, obviously ex Spurs. I love the fact that he left Spurs and went and came to us. But he had elite mentality. He was vocal. He was strong. Excellent positionally. Great tackling. I mean, John Terry is put up there, and the likes of Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell. Maybe Spurs fans will tell you Ledley King are like here. They're all in the same bracket for me. And I don't think Sol Campbell gets the praise he deserves because he was a real world-class centre-half. Arguably, at one stage, he could have even been the best centre-half in the world. Definitely, there was a stage when he was the best centre-half in England. And yeah, I really love Sol Campbell. I mean, thank you for that goal in 06. He made me, well, for like, 70 minutes, we won the Champions League. And yeah, you guys know how the story went. There's a lot of legends, guys. It's too broad of a question. There's just so many reasons why players I like. Van Persie as well. Of course, we know what's happened to Van Persie and what happened to him. But Van Persie, even the days he wasn't a world-class player and he was relatively injury-prone, I was in love with his skills, his nutmegs. Like, he was a very technical player. There was a lot of players actually like. Diaby didn't hit potential, and I wouldn't class him as a favourite player, but he is a player I did have a lot of time for. So I hope that answers the question. Of course, I tried not to talk about all the old legends in 2004, etc., etc. Will be here all day. Oh, how could I forget? Of course, I love Tony Adams, but that's not who I was gonna say. Ray Parlour. I know that shocks a few. He wasn't the most exciting player, anything to write home about. I like Edu as well, but Parlour wasn't anything to write home about. But he was a hard worker. He was a confident dribbler. I can't think why I like him. Really, why I like him. And now I actually think about it. How can I forgive me, Lomberg, but how could I forget you? Like, for obvious reasons as to why I wasn't allowed. Primary school, I tried to dye my hair red so I could be exactly like Freddie Lomberg. Freddie Lomberg, again, like Parlour, hard worker, relatively unknown, and I can't really put a finger as to why I actually liked these sort of players. Well, I mean, you can't help who you like as a footballer. But yeah, guys, the Deluded Gooner, I don't really know the course of this video. Just talking for the sake of talking, really. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys liked what I said. Signing out. Please subscribe, comment. You guys know the rest.